And welcome back. Our next guest has a passion for felines so much that she earned the name Cavacate.
That's right, Eraldo, here with us to give advice on how to keep your furry four-legged friends healthy and in shape is veterinarian Dr. Elizabeth Bales. And welcome.
Hi,
Thank
Dr.
you
Bales.
so much for
Welcome.
being here.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure.
So how did you get interested in cat behavior?
So I've been a vet for almost 17 years, and as people would come to my office over the years, I really noticed that one of their number one concerns was behavior when it wasn't going well. And in addition, so many of the most common medical conditions that we see actually have a root in misunderstanding the needs of the cat and how their behavior impacts their well-being.
Wow. So why do cats need to hunt then?
So cats are predators. They instinctively and metabolically and psychologically are all put together as an incredible hunting machine.
Okay.
In nature, cats hunt between 10 and 20 times a day.
Wow.
To live, if you're living on mice, you need to catch between 8 and 13 times a day to succeed in life,
God.
to live. And most people don't know that. So their whole 24-hour day cycle is set up around hunting. They do sleep a lot. It's
Right.
normal for them to sleep about 15 or 16 hours a day, but the rest of it,
that
almost
much.
exclusively, is hunting. So when we bring them inside, as the American Association of Feline Practitioners recommended the cats be indoor only to be safe from cars and predators of cats, etc. But when we did that, we forgot that our houses are essentially just giant cages.
Right.
And we need to bring inside for them the things that they need to meet their innate instincts. So hunting for them, if you can imagine, it's what you did 80% of your waking hours, and now it's just gone. It's gone. And so I liken it to if you're stuck inside in a snowstorm for days and days, you get cabin fever.
Yeah.
So they have this need and no way to express their need in a healthy way. So it turns out that they start to do things we don't like just becoming food obsessed and obese, to withdrawing and sleeping all day.
So is obesity in cats on a rise because they don't have this type of activity that they had in nature, what was organic to them?
It is a great question. So since we've recommended they be indoor only, obesity has increased 90% in the past 10 years.
Oh my God.
So is it almost like people feed their families because they love them, that they're feeding like their fur babies, like they love them?
That's exactly right.
Wow.
We humans love to love with food.
Right.
But when you understand what a cat really needs, they don't need more food. In fact, we're actually killing them with food. An obese cat is 2.7 times more likely to die than a healthy weight cat, 4 times more likely to develop diabetes. It is really dangerous for a cat to be obese.
Is it more like breed specific as to like what cat should weigh what, or is there like an overall like this cat should weigh this weight because
like,
it's this?
the different type of cats you mean?
That's
like, so
that's
like
a
if
great
it's like this
question.
cat
That's
or
a great
this
question.
cat-
So it is based on their bone structure and how large they should be. And a cat can be healthy at 8 pounds if that's how the way you're made up, or a cat can be healthy at 15 pounds if that's the way your body's made up. So another great time to say it's important to have a good vet visit because only 10% of people with an obese cat know it.
Okay.
We all think our cats are fine. Right? So the vet actually can do a certain set of measurements that we do with our hands. We're very trained to know, no, this
feel
cat
for
is in
it.
fact obese, and you can't just do it
Can you
based
feel it
on
through
weight.
the organs?
Well, we're mostly feeling the amount of fat between the ribs and our fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's something called a pet obesity score where we're looking at a lot of other body structures.
Gotcha.
Now I see you got a feeding system here for the cats,
Yeah.
right? This is what you
Yeah,
created,
this is what I created.
Well,
so
please
what we
tell
know,
us a little bit more about
we
it.
know that cats are hunters, and I focus on the science. They need to catch between 8 and 13 mice a day to live. So their stomach is designed to be this big.
That big, right?
Because if you can eat, the edible contents of a mouse are this big, not this big.
Wow.
So when we feed our cats from a bowl, we feed them really tasty food because we want them to eat.
Right.
And so they overeat and don't have the natural self-regulation mechanisms to stop. So there's a couple of things at play here. We know we need portion control.
Right.
We know we need exercise. Hunting is their built-in exercise. And then we know that they need, as a predator, to enact that predatory instinct at mealtime. We say the phrase a game of cat and mouse, but to a cat, it's not a game. Psychologically, they need to enact that predatory instinct at mealtime.
Is there a specific time that they need to do it for?
Another great question. So they're actually 24-hour-a-day creatures, so they will hunt and eat 24 hours a day.
Does their metabolism move that way too?
It should if things are going right.
If it's fed right.
Yeah. So they need to be able to just have the option to use their claws and teeth and
Right.
pounce on their prey at mealtime. So I would learn all of these things in my pursuit of knowledge about cats and then
Right.
think, but what are we supposed to do? There's no way to carry that out. We all keep going back to the bowl. So I invented the no bowl feeding system.
No bowl feeding system.
Nice.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So does this help the cat, like, to beat obesity in cats? Like, by having
Absolutely,
this particular
for all
system?
those reasons. So we're going to measure the food, and that's something your vet can help you with too, is to know how much your cat should be eating.
Right.
And you need to calculate treats and food. Treats have a lot more calories than a regular piece of food. So figure that into your day.
Right.
Then you're going to measure it, split it between the 5 no bowls. This is a system, it's not one.
Okay.
So you're going to split it between the 5. There's a little procedure where you train them onto it. And once they know how to use it, you hide them.
Oh,
Okay, so
really?
the cats have to be trained how to use it. So if you're going from, like myself who has a cat,
Yeah.
and so we have the bowl out at a specific area.
Yep.
Now, to retrain my cat to find the food, would I have to like show her at first, or how does
That's
that work?
exactly right. So your cat has been conditioned to eat in a way that's counter to their nature. But
Interesting.
it's going to take just a few simple steps to train them back, and it's so worth it
Probably
because
fun.
it impacts. It's fun for you.
It's like fun
I'm
food
ready to
time.
use it myself right now.
Exactly.
It's really
It's fun for
Hunt
you,
your lunch.
and it's fun for the cat once they get accustomed to hunting again. So what you're going to do is measure the dry food, split it between the 5, and then hide them. So now your cat is actually using all of their hunting instincts, which is
Wow.
mostly the nose, and they're finding it. Once they find it, they get to play with it just like they would play with their prey in nature to dispense that small portion. And then they eat that small portion before they either want to sleep, which is totally
Wow.
normal,
Right.
or go hunting again. So we found a way to recreate all the natural feeding behaviors of cats with the dry food you're feeding now.
Wow, Dr.
This is a
Bales,
great
this
system.
is amazing.
It is
You know,
awesome.
lots of luck with this, and keep us posted, obviously.
I will. Thank
All
you so
right?
much.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys, still to come. We're already seeing the effect the Trump administration is having on us, whether you're marketing, but the recent spat between Nordstrom and Ivanka Trump. So what's next?
Marketing expert Tina Wells weighs in to tell us that and more when Healthy Lifestyles with Eraldo returns in a moment.